how did we get to this? We were talking about my drones in Nebraska.
Oh, right. Okay. It always comes back to game shows with us.
Right. It does. It does. So anyway, a few weeks before Christmas, people down at the Colorado-Nebraska border were seeing these drones fly in a grid pattern. And there's like one lady saw a group of 12 flying in formation down there. And apparently Monday there was one spotted in my neighboring town here in my county. It was a mothership, I guess you'd call it, that would hover in one spot about 400 feet above the ground, and 8 little drones were flying around it randomly. It's just the most bizarre story to hear.
Do you guys have an Air Force base near you?
We don't. I mean, there's Omaha, the Offutt Air Force Base, but, that's 220 miles away from here.
Right.
Yeah, why am I supposed to care about this?
Because it's weird.
What does that mean, though? Like, that there's drone... I mean, would it make a difference if it was a helicopter? Like, what do we suspect they are?
But...
Nico has his East Coast bias of drones are fucking... I see them all the time. They deliver my Amazon packages.
Exactly.
Yeah,
drones are for toilet paper,
Right. Whereas,
I mean, I don't know. Nick owns a drone.
Well, yeah, I own one too, but who owns one?
I don't think it's the same type of drone, though.
Who owns one with a 6-foot wingspan or 12 of them flying in formation?
Right. I think that's the story there, Nico, in case this is hard for you to grasp.
Are there pictures?
They're military-grade drones flying in formation above rural Nebraska. It's bizarre.
All we see are their white and red lights because they're only doing it at night.
All right, so Colorado, they're saying, is now seeing sightings of these things.
Yeah, It started down in Nebraska and Colorado border, down in the southwest part of the state of Nebraska. Here's a news story.
What is that?
6 on Your Side had their boots on the ground tonight.
Ugh. I hadn't even listened to this. Ugh. Well, 6 on Your Side, we have boots on the ground. I'll puke.
The news team that has your back.
Oh my god.
Unlike the other sites, though, fuck your girlfriend.
6 on Your Side has boots on the ground.
As opposed to the adulterous Channel 8.
Oh, yeah. Those whores over there.
Channel 6 is on your side.
Channel 6 is on your side.
Ugh.
That's the most douchiest open I've ever heard to a news story.
6 on Your Side had their boots on the ground tonight. After dozens of distant sightings, we had 2 back-to-back.
We're in the trenches. Looking for drones.
Oh, man.
Oh, my God. That's terrible.
Boots on the ground.
Boots on the ground.
Bitch, you've never worn a pair of boots in your life. Shut up.
No kidding. Unless they're her Uggs. That's what I have to say about this news reporter. Ugh.
No, if you said my Sperry's were on the ground, that would make a lot more sense to me.
We have our Crocs on and we're going investigating.
Channel 7 looking out for corporate interests.
Oh, unlike those slipper wearers on Channel 9, we put our boots on today.
You're pulling themselves up by the bootstraps. It's 6 on Your Side.
We're walking barefoot on glass to tell you this story.
Like John McClane from Die Hard.
Oh my God.
We're on the front lines, ready to take a bayonet to the head.
Holy shit. What is wrong with local news? It's just garbage.
It's
They're
local.
trying so hard.
Oh, they are.
What's funny is they try twice as hard as anyone else.
If they would just, stop with the corny fucking, catchphrases. the boots on your ground bullshit. Just, hey, we're near wherever.
Dude, this is all they teach in journalism school. That's the problem.
Awful.
Believe me, I was
worst.
in it.
Right.
I went through.
Worst.
One of my professors used to be like a weatherman for the local station, and it was just like, wow, the examples of shit that you're teaching us. Here, kids, this is how you demonstrate how deep the snow is.
You stick a ruler.
I don't get it. I really don't get it.
Oh, the amount of corny rejoinders you got in journalism class.
I mean, it's no wonder nobody watches the news anymore.
Well, old people do.
Old people do.
The problem is everything has gone national now with the internet.
True. Yeah.
So there's really no need for local news anymore.
And I don't need dumbass Rusty Shackelford doing the weather anymore because I can pull it up on my app.
That's what's happening in your neck of the woods.
Yeah.
Here's the weatherman that won't lie to you.
Yeah. I gotta hear this boots on the ground.
Well, and then half the local stations are running syndicated pieces anyways.
Well, that's yeah. Well, you ever seen those montages where
Oh my god, yes.
there will be the same pun used on 50 different stations?
Yes.
Right.
It's
And
wow.
it's both TV and print.
Yeah.
Right.
It's a joke.
It is. It's awful.
Yeah, it's a story about a bake sale and everyone came up with the same cooking pun.
That's how the cookie crumbles.
Wow. They all had the exact same line.
I gotta hear this again.
6 on your side had their boots on the ground tonight. After dozens of distant sightings, we had 2 back-to-back close encounters of the mysterious drones that flew less than 100 feet above our heads.
Oh my God. Close encounters.
Yeah, I know.
It's a V. It's got a V. It's like, what the heck?
Most drones we saw stayed well away, hundreds of feet in the air, and were moving around 50 miles an hour, according to Deputy Kennenbeck.
It definitely raises curiosity because it's something I've never seen either. Patrolling the county, it's dark and you see stars all the time. You see something in the sky that looks different. Definitely raises curiosity.
Then, back to back. 2 drones we believe to be between 4 and 6 feet flew close enough over our heads we could hear this.
That is wild. That one looked bigger too.
That's
We
crazy.
adjusted the brightness and contrast and slowed down the video, and it appears to be plane-shaped. Witnesses we spoke to are not fearful, even though they say as soon as they pulled out cameras, the drones would turn off their lights and move away. They just want to know why they're hovering and flying over rural farmland only at night.
That's bizarre, right?
Well, it's obviously because they're, poisoning our crops.
Yeah.
Well, maybe.
Yeah. It's obviously chemtrails.
Right.
The FBI is investigating apparently, but the FAA is saying, we know nothing.
What do you mean? Bullshit. That's all.
I know.
Are you telling me the FBI doesn't know by now?
The FBI is saying they're investigating.
By the FBI is investigating, you mean they're emailing their buddy in the other department, hey, is that you?
True. But if these are plane shaped, that's really strange.
Oh my god. No, that's the shape of military drones.
Right.
So why is that strange? They're military drones, obviously.
Well, no, yeah.
Military drones look like airplanes?
Well, because they're a lot bigger.
So,
And
there
I
are
think
just
they can have-
airplanes that are hanging out but are not self-manned?
They're basically pilotless airplanes. That's pretty
Right.
much what they are.
That's terrifying that exists.
Yeah.
Right. And what do you think that people think when these things are flying over their houses at night?
Yeah. Okay, I think I understand why you're freaking
Yeah.
out. Yeah, I think
Yeah.
I get it.
Yeah, it's not like a rinky-dink little plastic.
Yeah.
Well, I don't want to be alarmist about this, but isn't it easy for someone to hack into that shit?
Probably not.
It's not?
Probably not a government one. I mean,
If it's military grade, they have.
if you're getting the one off of Walmart, maybe.
I just don't like that a terrorist could potentially get access to an aircraft without being on the plane.
That's armed
hijacking
with
it.
missiles.
No, yeah, exactly. Like this just, you're kind of asking for it, aren't you?
Yeah, kinda.
To have shit just flying around in the sky that can level a city?
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah, they can't level a city, but
Well, whatever
Yeah,
they
they're
can do.
one of our cities here in Nebraska.
Yeah, they can certainly level your backyard.
Yeah.
level a cow.
Yeah, they can, can certainly behead a few chickens.
Exactly.
I don't know. I would imagine they have some sort of thing in there to like, you know, have the thing drive straight into the ground. If there's a problem.
I hope so. But what if you hack that shit?
Yeah. No, it's scary. It's weird that this shit's flying around people's houses. You know, it's just bizarre.
Well, because they do it in Nebraska too. Because if someone voices some concern, it's like, the crazy fucking redneck in Nebraska
Yeah.
spotted UFOs again.
Well, the one sheriff down in southern Nebraska rented a firefighting plane to fly at night to try to track down these drones and see if he could find the source, and never could.
Wow.
Oh, I like
See,
that.
it's funny. I'm not surprised they do this stuff in like Nebraska, Colorado, Utah. Like, there's a reason they do it there and not out in like Alabama or something. 'Cause
True.
They'd be shooting the drones down on site.
But just say we're doing some testing and no one would give a shit.
Yes, they would. Especially
Why-
when they find out what they're testing for. That's the problem.
Well, but what's more scary, the fact that, you know, there's a drone flying around and you don't know who has it, or that there's a drone flying around and it's the military doing some testing and we won't know anything beyond that?
Because they are definitely doing some unconstitutional shit. That's
Probably.
why. And they don't
Yeah.
want people asking questions because they're
I'm
definitely
sure it's
surveilling.
surveillance
Yes,
related.
exactly
Yeah.
right. They're definitely taking pictures of you in your bathrobe in the backyard, and
Well-
they don't want anybody to know that they have them, but they do.
They get what they deserve if they're looking at me.
We sound so fucking crazy.
Come on, dude. It's definitely
I
happening.
was governor, a Navy SEAL, a fighter. I was on the inside.
People
I
don't-
know these drones. They're there. If you believe that story.
They have pictures of your cocks all over. I've seen things you wouldn't believe.
They can diagnose the testicular cancer from 400 feet. I know I was on the inside.
I can't tell you how many famous penises I've seen. If you believe that story.
Oh, if you believe that story. Well. They won't let a former governor into the military base? What's that all about? I was governor, a Navy SEAL, a fighter.
That is a great point about the Jesse Ventura show I never thought about, is that he had such a sense of entitlement when it came to like classified documents. Dude, you were one of 50 governors once. They're not going to show you the Zapruder film, the actual Zapruder tapes. You know what I'm saying? You're not entitled. You were a former governor. You also have a reality show. You were in the WWE, dude. What makes you think people are going to
my
let you into
God.
Area 51? Oh, man. Ventura. Jesse the Body Ventura.
Oh, I miss that show.
I do
so
too.
much.
Dude, too. You know, if it was still on today, like, you know what Netflix should really do is give
Yes.
Ventura like 10 episodes on Epstein.
Oh my God.
Just let him do the Epstein investigation and see what happens.
Oh my God.
Because conspiracies have actually gotten bigger since Ventura went off the air.
What was the name of his show? What was the name
Conspiracy
of that show?
theory.
Conspiracy Theory?
Yeah.
I was just trying to find like the opening because fuck, I loved the opening of that fucking show.
So I looked for episodes I wanted to watch with my buddies one night and I
Yeah.
couldn't find them. So I feel like they've been scrubbed.
Damn. Yeah, you're right. I'm not finding nothing.
It's the deep state, you know?
That's what they're doing.
Oh, no.
When this one began, I thought I already knew it all. All those stories about the world being run by some secret elite group. To me, they were something you could never come close to proving. And then I got a call from Anthony Hilder.
This must be the man I'm looking for right here.
There's just some guy standing alongside the fucking road. This is the guy. I found him.
As if they met on the side of the road so he couldn't be tracked, but meanwhile there's 20 camera guys standing around.
Like this is like Deep Throat or something.
Exactly. It's like, yo, I don't want the government knowing about me. Meet me on the side of Interstate 5.
Just track them down.
I'm sorry. I'm looking for the opening.
Dude, you're on True TV. What's up with the security precautions?
I think maybe.
If you're on the phone call and you're calling the liquor store, they don't really care what you're doing. You don't know what they care about, Michael. What if I'm on the phone making a little joke and I use a keyword that...
Oh, come
You're
on.
very formal.
No.
What you're doing here.
There's no introduction?
No, there wasn't on this one either.
Yeah, I think they've scrubbed it.
I think so. Damn.
Secrets, cover-ups, corruption. You think you know the whole story? Think again. I've been governor, a Navy SEAL, a fighter.
I think that's a credential.
I've heard things that'll blow your mind. And now I think it's time you get the whole story.
I've heard things that'll blow your mind. I was governor, a Navy SEAL, a fighter.
The fact that you lost to Dwayne Johnson in the ring doesn't qualify you for anything.
You think you know the whole story? Well, you don't.
Think again.
Think again.